Hello there, and a warm welcome to Bright Days! I'm Sarah, and I'm delighted you've joined me today. Whether you're watching for the first time or you've been with us before, thank you for spending some of your precious time with me. Today, we're exploring something that touches all our lives, especially as we embrace our golden years, creating a peaceful bedroom sanctuary through the art of decluttering. Just last month, I visited my dear friend Martha. At 78, she'd recently transformed her bedroom, and the difference was remarkable. Sarah, she told me, for the first time in years, I wake up feeling lighter. No more rummaging through drawers or worrying about tripping over things in the night. Her joy was contagious, and it inspired this very video. I remember my own journey too. After 40 years in the same house, my bedroom had become what I jokingly called a museum of memories. Every surface held something from the past. It wasn't until I began letting go that I realized how these possessions weren't serving me, they were limiting me. The freedom I found was truly transformative. Today, I'll share 30 things you can confidently remove from your bedroom, items you genuinely won't miss. But don't worry, I've organized them into 6 easy to follow groups: health and medical items, clothing and accessories, furniture and decorations, technology and electronics, papers and documents, bedding and everyday items. Before we dive in, let's take a quick 30-second assessment. This will help you identify what might be cluttering your personal space. Ready? Think about your bedroom and ask yourself, do you have clear pathways to move around safely? Can you find what you need within a minute or two? Are your surfaces mostly clear or covered with items? Do you have medications older than a year? Is there anything under your bed you haven't seen in months? Keep your answers in mind as we go through our list. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to transform your bedroom into a space that truly nurtures your well-being. Remember, this isn't about getting rid of treasured memories, it's about creating room for new joys in this wonderful chapter of life. Let's begin with our first group: health and medical items. Let's start with something we all accumulate over time: health and medical items. This category might not be the first thing you think of when decluttering, but it's perhaps the most important for our safety and well-being. Item 1: expired medications. Take a look at your nightstand or bathroom cabinet. Those pill bottles and prescription medications, when did you last check their expiration dates? Many of us keep medications just in case, but expired medications can actually be harmful rather than helpful. I recently spoke with Mary Wilson, a pharmacist with over 30 years of experience working with senior patients. She shared something eye-opening. Medications don't just become less effective after their expiration date, some can actually break down into harmful compounds. Particularly concerning are liquid medications and insulin, which can degrade significantly. Item 20: unused medical devices, blood pressure monitors you've replaced, glucose meters you no longer use, or mobility aids that have been upgraded. These items often find their way into bedroom corners or under beds. If you haven't used them in a year and they're in good condition, consider donating them to organizations that help seniors in need. Item 30: outdated first aid supplies. Many of us keep first aid kits in our bedrooms, but when did you last refresh yours? Bandages lose their stickiness, antiseptic solutions expire, and what was once a safety measure becomes unreliable. Replace these items every 6 months for peace of mind. Item 40: unused supplements and vitamins. Those bottles of supplements we purchased with good intentions often end up partially used and forgotten. If you've switched regimens or found they weren't right for you, it's time to properly dispose of them. Remember, keeping them doesn't mean you'll eventually use them. Item 50: old medical records and information. While medical information is valuable, outdated records, old appointment cards, and printed information about conditions you no longer have just create unnecessary clutter. Consider creating a simple digital system or a single organized folder for current records only. By decluttering these health and medical items, you're not just creating physical space, you're creating a safer environment. Imagine reaching for medication in the middle of the night and knowing exactly what you're taking, without confusion or worry about grabbing the wrong bottle. Now, let's move on to our second group: clothing and accessories, items that often consume more bedroom space than anything else. Now let's open those bedroom closets and drawers. For many of us, clothing and accessories become more than just items we wear. They become keepsakes, memories, and sometimes a burden we don't realize we're carrying. Item 6: clothes unworn for 2 years. Look at your wardrobe honestly. Which pieces haven't touched your body in the past 2 years? Perhaps they no longer fit comfortably. don't match your lifestyle, or simply don't bring you joy anymore. I used to have a closet bursting with, someday, clothes outfits I hope to wear again if only circumstances changed. Letting them go was surprisingly liberating. Item 7. Uncomfortable shoes. As we age, our feet change. Those beautiful shoes that once carried you to special occasions might now cause pain rather than pleasure. Your comfort and mobility are far more valuable than keeping shoes that sit in boxes collecting dust. Item 8. Unworn jewelry and accessories. Tangled necklaces, single earrings, watches needing repair. These small items take up precious drawer space and mental energy when you search through them. Keep only the pieces you truly love and actually wear. Item 9. Excess robes and slippers. How many bathrobes and pairs of slippers do you really need? Many of us have collected multiples over years of gifts and purchases. Choose your favorites, perhaps one warm option and one lightweight option, and let the rest find new homes. Item 100. Outdated accessories. Scarves in colors that no longer complement your wardrobe, belts that aren't comfortable, or handbags you never reach for. These accessories often linger long past their usefulness in our lives. I'd like to share Ruth's story with you. At 82, Ruth decided to simplify her wardrobe by 75%, keeping only what she truly loved and regularly wore. I used to spend 15 minutes every morning just deciding what to wear, she told me. Now I have a curated collection of mix and match pieces that all make me feel good. Getting dressed is a pleasure instead of a chore, and my bedroom feels so much more peaceful, without that overstuffed closet looming over me. When we release clothes we don't wear, we're not losing anything, we're gaining clarity, space, and freedom from the weight of unused possessions. Imagine opening your closet and seeing only items that fit well, feel comfortable, and make you happy. Let's continue our decluttering journey with our third group, furniture and decorations that might be taking up more space than joy in your bedroom. As we continue our journey toward a more peaceful bedroom, let's focus on the larger elements that define your space. Furniture and decorations. These items literally shape the room you sleep in and significantly impact how you move, feel, and rest in your sanctuary. Bulky furniture that no longer serves you, that oversized dresser that made perfect sense in your family home, might now be overwhelming your current bedroom. Large pieces not only consume physical space, but can create hazards for navigation, especially at night. Consider whether each furniture piece truly earns its place in your room. Item 12. Dusty frames and decorative items. Photos of loved ones bring joy, but 20 frames collecting dust on every surface, perhaps not. Those decorative figurines, vases, and knickknacks, do they still speak to you, or have they become invisible through familiarity? Each item requires maintenance and creates visual noise. Item 13. Inefficient lighting fixtures. Poor lighting isn't just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. Outdated lamps with frayed cords, dim bulbs that strain your eyes, or fixtures positioned where they cast shadows rather than illuminate pathways need reconsideration. Proper lighting becomes increasingly important as our vision changes with age. Item 14. Heavy curtains and coverings. Those thick, ornate curtains might have seemed luxurious years ago, but now they may be blocking precious natural light and making the room feel smaller. Consider lighter options that let sunshine in while still providing privacy when needed. Item 15. Excess chairs and tables. That reading nook you rarely use, the vanity table covered in items, or the extra nightstand that's become a catch-all. These pieces often become drop zones for clutter rather than functional elements of your room. I recently spoke with Maria Chen, an interior designer who specializes in creating living spaces for seniors. Her insight was illuminating. The bedroom should promote rest and easy movement. Each unnecessary piece of furniture creates an obstacle course that your body must navigate, even in the dark, or when you're tired. Simplifying furniture arrangements doesn't just look better, it actually contributes to preventing falls and improving sleep quality. When Tom and Elaine, a couple in their 70s, removed 2 excess chairs and a bulky bookcase from their bedroom, they were amazed at the difference. It's like our room can breathe again, Elaine shared. We have clear pathways to the bathroom, more natural light, and the remaining pieces now have room to shine. We sleep better knowing we won't bump into something if we get up at night. Simplifying your bedroom's furniture and decorations creates a safer environment while giving the meaningful pieces in your life the attention they deserve. Your bedroom should feel like a sanctuary, not a storage room or museum. Now let's explore our fourth group, technology and electronics that might be disrupting your peace more than enhancing it. In today's digital world, technology surrounds us everywhere, but should it surround us in our bedroom? Let's examine the electronic items that might be interfering with your rest rather than enhancing your life. Item 16. Outdated electronic devices, old radios, alarm clocks that don't work properly, tablets or phones you've replaced but kept just in case. These items accumulate silently in nightstand drawers and on shelves. Each represents not just physical clutter but also mental clutter, a task undone, a decision postponed. Item 17. Unused cables and chargers. I call this the tech tangle. That drawer or box filled with mysterious cords, chargers for devices long gone, and cables whose purpose you can't quite remember. These tangles create frustration every time you need to find the one cable you actually use. Item 8. Television in the bedroom. This might be controversial, but Dr. James Peterson, a sleep specialist with 25 years of experience studying senior sleep patterns, has compelling data to share. The bedroom TV is perhaps the most significant disruptor of quality sleep for many older adults. Not only does the blue light interfere with melatonin production, but the content, especially news, can create anxiety that lingers as you try to fall asleep. Item 19. Loud or complicated alarm clocks. That blaring alarm might have been necessary during working years, but does it serve your current lifestyle? Many seniors find that jarring awakenings increase morning stiffness and anxiety. Consider gentler alternatives that ease you into wakefulness. Item 20. Unused exercise equipment. The treadmill that became a clothing rack, the exercise bike gathering dust. These well-intentioned purchases often claim valuable floor space, while generating feelings of guilt rather than fitness. If you haven't used these items consistently in the past 6 months, they probably don't belong in your bedroom. Dr. Peterson's research found something remarkable. Participants in our study removed screens from their bedrooms for just 2 weeks. 78% reported falling asleep more quickly, and 65% reported fewer nighttime awakenings. Their average sleep quality scores improved by 23%. Margaret, one of my viewers, shared her experience after removing electronics from her bedroom. I was skeptical. I'd fallen asleep to TV for 30 years, but after trying it for a week, I noticed I felt more rested in the mornings. Now my bedroom feels like a retreat, not an entertainment center. I actually look forward to my bedtime routine of reading instead of scanning through channels. By minimizing technology in your sleep space, you're creating an environment that honors the natural rhythms of your body and mind. Your bedroom should be a place that helps you disconnect from the world's demands and reconnect with restful sleep. Now, let's address our fifth group: papers and documents that might be creating more mental clutter than you realize. Paper. It seems to multiply when we're not looking, doesn't it? Our bedrooms often become unintentional storage for documents, books, and papers that deserve better homes, or perhaps no home at all. Let's explore the paper trail that might be cluttering your peaceful retreat. Item 21. Unread books and magazines. Those magazines from 3 years ago, promising gardening tips or health advice, are you really going to read them? The stack of books beside your bed that hasn't changed in months, do they inspire you or induce guilt? Reading should bring pleasure, not pressure. Item 22. Old bills and paperwork. Utility bills from 2018, insurance papers from policies long expired, instruction manuals for appliances you no longer own. These papers create what organizational psychologists call administrative anxiety. They represent unfinished business and outdated obligations. Item 23. Expired warranty documents. Many of us keep warranty papers, just in case. But warranties for items we no longer own, or that expired years ago, serve no purpose except to create clutter. These papers fill our drawers and create unnecessary sorting when we're looking for something important. Item 24. Old greeting cards and postcards. Birthday cards, holiday greetings, postcards from friends' vacations. These tokens of affection can accumulate rapidly. While meaningful, they don't all need permanent homes in your bedroom. Consider keeping only the most special ones or finding creative ways to honor them without the clutter. Item 25. Find outdated calendars and notebooks. Last year's calendar, partially used notebooks, planners from previous years. These items often linger long past their usefulness, taking up drawer space and creating visual noise. I recently spoke with Dorothy Michaels, a professional organizer who specializes in helping seniors create peaceful living spaces. Her approach to paper management is refreshingly simple. The bedroom should never be your paper processing center. Create one designated area in your home, perhaps a small desk in a corner of your living room, where papers live and are processed. The bedroom should be a paper-free sanctuary. Dorothy suggests what she calls the 4-box method. For tackling paper accumulation, sort everything into 4 categories. Act requires action. Archive must keep. appreciate, review and release, and away, recycle or shred. Most people are surprised to discover that over 70% of their papers fall into the last two categories. When Eleanor, 75, applied this method to her bedroom paper collection, she was astonished. I had been storing 17 years of birthday cards, 6 years of utility bills, and warranty information for appliances I no longer owned. Clearing that paper mountain lifted a weight I didn't even know I was carrying. I sleep better without that visual reminder of unfinished tasks surrounding me. By reclaiming your bedroom from the paper invasion, you're creating mental space as well as physical space, a double gift to yourself. Now let's move to our final category: bedding and everyday items that might be compromising your comfort more than enhancing it. We've arrived at the heart of the bedroom, your bed, and the everyday items surrounding it. This area, more than any other, directly impacts your sleep quality and comfort. Let's explore the final 5 items that might be due for thoughtful reconsideration. Item 26A. Mattress past its prime. Did you know that mattresses should generally be replaced every 7-8 years? An aging mattress doesn't just affect comfort, it can significantly impact your health. Dr. Michael Forrester, an orthopedic specialist who works primarily with seniors, explains, as mattresses age, they lose their supportive properties. For older adults, this can exacerbate joint pain, contribute to poor sleep posture, and lead to morning stiffness. A quality mattress is not a luxury, it's a health investment. Item 27. Excessive decorative pillows. Those beautiful accent pillows might look lovely in a catalog, but in real life, they often become objects to move twice daily, off the bed at night, back on in the morning. This repetitive task can be particularly challenging for those with arthritis or limited mobility. Item 28. Surplus bed linens. How many sheet sets and blankets do you truly need? Many of us keep linens long after they've lost their softness or appeal. Threadbare sheets, mismatched sets, blankets that are no longer comfortable. These items take up valuable storage space without enhancing your comfort. Item 29E. Under bed storage clutter. The space beneath your bed can be useful storage, or it can become a hidden zone where items go to be forgotten. Dusty boxes, out-of-season clothing, old magazines. These under-bed inhabitants collect dust and can affect air quality in the very place you spend your most vulnerable hours. Item 30A. Personal items that don't belong. Exercise equipment, hobby supplies, gift wrapping stations. Many activities find their way into our bedrooms simply because we haven't designated better spaces for them. These non-bedroom items fragment your attention and detract from the room's primary purpose: rest. Helen and Richard, both in their mid-70s, decided to invest in a new mattress after 12 years and simplify their bedding. It was like checking into a luxury hotel, except it was our own bedroom, Helen shared. We reduced our pillow collection from 14 to 4, donated 6 extra blankets we never used, and cleared everything from under the bed. Richard's back pain improved within weeks, and I find making the bed so much easier now. Dr. Forrester adds, I've had patients achieve more relief from upgrading their sleep environment than from some medications. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for restoration, not a storage facility with a bed in the middle. By simplifying your sleep space and investing in quality where it matters most, you're creating the conditions for truly restorative rest, something we all need more as we age. Now, let's take a moment to check your progress and see how your perspective might have shifted since we began our decluttering journey. Now that we've explored 6 categories and 30 items that might be crowding your bedroom, let's take a moment to reflect. When we started this journey together, you answered a few questions about your space. I'm curious, has your perspective shifted since then? Let's do a quick check-in with yourself. There are no right or wrong answers here, just honest reflection on your own space and needs. First, close your eyes for a moment if you're able. Picture your bedroom as it is right now. What emotions come up when you imagine walking into that space? Peace, comfort, or perhaps a slight sense of overwhelm. Now, think about the items we've discussed. Which ones resonated with you? Perhaps it was the expired medications, the unworn clothing, or maybe those decorative pillows that you move twice a day. In your mind, start counting how many of the 30 items we've discussed exist in your bedroom right now. Is it 5, 10, perhaps more? If you have a piece of paper nearby, I encourage you to jot down the 3 to 5 items from our list that you feel most ready to address. These would be your quick wins, items that, when removed or reorganized, would give you an immediate sense of accomplishment and space. Now, here's a question to sit with. If you were to declutter just one category we've discussed today, which would make the most significant difference in your daily life? Would it be the health and medical items that might be posing safety risks? The clothing and accessories that complicate your daily choices? The furniture and decorations that might be limiting your movement? The technology that could be interfering with your rest? The papers creating mental and visual clutter? Or the bedding and everyday items affecting your comfort? There's no need to tackle everything at once. Meaningful change often happens one small decision at a time. Many viewers have shared with me that simply becoming aware of what no longer serves them is a powerful first step. Barbara from Ohio wrote to me after watching one of our decluttering videos. I realized I'd been keeping things out of habit rather than joy or necessity. Just recognizing that pattern was liberating. It gave me permission to let go. Remember, this process isn't about creating a stark, impersonal space. It's about intentionally shaping your environment to support your current life, not the life you lived decades ago or the life someone else thinks you should live. In our next section, I'll share some remarkable before and after transformations that might inspire your own decluttering journey. These are real spaces from real people who've embraced the principle that sometimes, less truly is more. As we come to the conclusion of our decluttering journey today, I want to take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. We've explored 30 items that might be taking up space in your bedroom, items that no longer serve you and that you can confidently let go of. From expired medications and unworn clothing to outdated technology and mountains of paperwork, each category we've covered holds the potential for meaningful transformation. Remember, decluttering isn't just about creating a cleaner space, it's about reclaiming your peace of mind and creating an environment that supports your well-being. Let's recap the 6 groups we discussed: health and medical items, ensuring your space is safe and functional; clothing and accessories, simplifying your wardrobe to reflect your current lifestyle; furniture and decorations, creating an inviting space that promotes ease of movement; technology and electronics, minimizing distractions to improve sleep quality; papers and documents, reducing mental clutter and administrative anxiety; bedding and everyday items, enhancing your comfort for a restful night's sleep. Now, as you think about your own bedroom, I invite you to consider a few questions. Which item or category do you feel most ready to tackle first? How do you envision your bedroom once it's decluttered? What feelings do you want to evoke when you walk into that space? And finally, what small step can you take today to begin this process? I encourage you to take action. Even if it's just for 10 minutes, start with one drawer, one shelf, or even one category. You might be surprised by how much lighter you feel after removing just a few items that no longer belong in your space. I also want to remind you that you're not alone on this journey. Many of us share similar challenges as we navigate our living spaces, especially as we age. By sharing your experiences, you not only inspire yourself but also uplift others in our Bright Days community. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share. Which item from our list are you excited to remove first? Have you had any experiences with decluttering that made a significant difference in your life? Your stories can uplift and motivate fellow viewers who might be feeling overwhelmed or unsure where to start. Together, we can create a supportive environment that encourages growth and simplicity. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to take those first steps toward a decluttered, peaceful bedroom. Remember, the goal is not perfection but progress. Every small step counts. I can't wait to see you in our next video, where we'll continue our journey toward creating brighter, more intentional living spaces. Until then, take care of yourselves and embrace the joy that comes with simplicity.